I'd love to.
I'll do it then. My ID must be on the corporation index.
You have to do the song.
What?
You have to do the song, didnt 6897.
I haven't got time for this.
After the Maha Shivaratri /Ushokatsu /Christmas party, some of the crew reprogrammed me.
They did they?
Yes. In order to enter rooms, everyone must do the song. It's very amusing.
What song?
You know the one.
I don't!
Now you're just being silly. Of course you do. Silly didnt 6897. You must know the song. Everyone here knows it.
Morpheus.
That's right. The Morpheus song.
Oh, this is insane.
The song, please.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast, this time covering Sleep No More. Is this season's Forest of the Night? Or perhaps even Kill the Moon? You see, as fandom, we've got a love-hate relationship with Mark Gatiss' stories. We love Mark Gatiss. He's a lovely bloke. But we've got a track record, something that keeps coming up, something that keeps poking us and going, Mark Gatiss wrote this. Are you sure? And I know the things that were wrong with Victory of the Daleks were not his fault. I'll say that again. They were not his fault. The odd bit of tweaking could have fixed it. And, as I've recorded this in advance, all I've seen is a work in progress copy. Is the ending different from what I've seen? I'm going to have to record something extra at the end, just so that, well, we know if the ending is different. I suspect it won't be. Which means, what's wrong with this story? Why did I not enjoy it? Is it the way it was shot? Perhaps, but unlikely. Is it the fact that the opening sequence was missing? Yes, the whole episode is one massive cold opener. So much for talking directly to camera. This whole episode is talking directly to camera, and perhaps you're only allowed to talk directly to camera in the cold opener, hence the reason it's the whole programme. Because of the absence of the cold opener, we had a feel of something hanging over us. Again, I've only ever seen the preview copy of this episode, so perhaps there is an opening theme tune inserted. But the ending just felt so flat, so unfinished. There's normal exposition, but the last things we hear from the Doctor is, this is all wrong, it's all going wrong, there's something wrong with it. Yes, there is something wrong with it. Has the story finished before the story has finished? Will Clara have to sleep forever in order to hold the Sandman in her eye at bay? Possibly. She is, after all, the only person to have been inside a Morpheus machine Mark II to leave the site. Yes, there was lots of chat about whether he would be playing the second Doctor or not. And yes, he is wearing a Babylon 5 cast-off. And yes, there are corridors which I'm sure have been reused from the drum. But the thing that this story will always be remembered for is the point of views. The point of view, and I'm using the rabbit ears of course, camera footage. I'm just not convinced. Is it style over substance, or is that just not giving it the credit that it's due? Filming in the way that Peep Show is filmed on Channel 4. Using those point-of-view video cameras, yeah, I get it. They're important. They do work. And I'm sure he says at the beginning that this is all using station footage cobbled together. And yes, I don't want to be the first person to shout Blair Witch. But found footage, well, there's a reason it's not done all the time. Yes, we're kind of used to documentaries and mock documentaries and faked up documentaries and the like. And perhaps one day we'll get a fake documentary Doctor Who episode. God help us all. Possibly presented like the Open University, but with Professor River Song hosting. So what is it I didn't like? Well, you know me. I'll always react badly to a Geordie accent being on the screen. I just can't help it. The gratuitous use of pet was heard more times here than has ever been heard in anybody's house in the northeast. I don't understand how accents have survived into the future. But perhaps that's just the way the TARDIS translation unit works, turning random people into Geordies. Of course, I will have done research by this point and found out that the actress may be from, I don't know, Essex. These things are not important. These are, like I said last time, the minutiae that distract us. There are tremendous positives. The monsters in this story are fantastically well realised. The Sandmen are brilliant. They're a little bit worse for wear once they're in long shot, but when they're attacking you, when they revert back to sand, it's fantastic. Better than the Sandman that appeared in Spider-Man. But what they're made of, I don't know. When I was watching this the first time, it was 5 a.m. Me and my wife had woken up early and she was feeling particularly groggy. But she said, no, we need to watch it. Let's watch it now. And she put it on and she fell asleep. And halfway through, when she dozed off, I was jealous. I was jealous that she was actually asleep. And yes, there is irony, because I was watching a programme about, well, a sleep machine. And all I wanted to do was be asleep. I'm just not watching Doctor Who at the best of times. Perhaps that's what's not making me feel better. Perhaps that's what the flaw is. I'm not throwing myself wholeheartedly into proper Doctor Who. I'm not watching it at the same time everyone else is watching on a Saturday night. Of course, I'll stop getting the previews at some point. And that will of course lead to a massive gap between the episodes while I catch up. And B, well, I'll get to enjoy it just like everyone else. Because historically speaking, the BBC haven't sent the previews out for the last two stories until very, very close to broadcast, or indeed after broadcast. So why didn't I like it? Is it the tiny things? Is it the way it was filmed? Perhaps. The annoying transitions, the hiss, the hum, the difference in footage. Yeah. My wife did point out that people were only ever being attacked during the Mr. Sandman song. Perhaps they react like Pavlov's dogs, and perhaps not. Would I use one of these sleep machines? Very probably. Because these sleep machines would allow me to work all the time. But then again, everyone else would be up, so you wouldn't get time to yourself. No, I'm a sucker for new technology. Yes, it does have the feel of being set around the same time as the Sunmakers. The thing that I noticed on second viewing was that the grunt is referred to throughout as female. But when I watched it the first time, I assumed the grunt was male and had some sort of RTD style agenda. But no, I was basically wrong. The storyline perhaps to me just felt clumsy. But who am I to judge? I'm just some bloke with a microphone. I'm not the not we. The not we are out there probably enjoying it, probably going, scary Sandman monsters, fantastic. Oh, I like the way this has been shot. That makes a change. That's nice. But as soon as he could get the point of view shots from Clara, that just worried me. So perhaps this is just the groundwork for something that's coming, something that's on its way. Because the next time episode, well, that looks like it has nothing to do with this. So finally we get a one-parter, like I've been wanting all season. And finally I'm disappointed by something that's happening. It does look, next year, like there won't be any Doctor Who. It's looking more and more like that. So prepare yourself. Hunker down. Don't expect extras or specials. Perhaps just a Christmas special. And revel in the Doctor Who we have now. Because perhaps, when it comes back, Doctor Who will be even better. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. This was only episode 9. There's 10, 11, 12 and a Christmas special. We're alright so far. But before I go, I just wanted to say what an absolute pleasure it was meeting the guys from Radio Free Skaro and the girl from Verity at Steve Hatch's Hoover's event. It was a brilliant night with brilliant people. So until next time, be seeing you. You've been listening to the Doctor Who Tin Dog podcast. Available on RSS, iTunes, Audioboom, Tumblr, and wherever podcasts are found. Why not become a supporter of the show by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Doctor Who and its associated properties are copyright of the BBC and no infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest that I've ever seen. Give her 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell her that her lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beams. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest that I've ever seen. Give her the word that I'm not a rover. Then tell her that her lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
BBC Store is just an amazing brand new resource.
You can download and watch thousands of hours of BBC programmes.
Where do you actually begin?
I would source the comedy shows.
Faulty Towers.
Oh, The Good Life.
Ripping Yarns, which I was nuts about.
Malcolm and Wise.
Up Fab.
The Office. League of Gentlemen.
You're my wife now.
The Young Ones.
The Mighty Boosh.
So many great documentaries.
Wonders of the Solar System.
Young Mr. Theroux.
All the Attenborough stuff.
Voice of God, I like to believe.
We haven't talked about children's.
Something special.
Horrible Histories is a big one.
So much wonderful drama.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
Happy Valley was good, wasn't it?
Kathy Come Home.
The one about the detective. Sherlock.
Oh, Singing Detective.
Wolf Hall.
Obviously, Doctor Who.
The list goes on and on.
They're adding programmes that haven't been seen for years.
There's so many treasures.
There, right now, waiting for you.
Receive 25% off your first purchase. Available now on BBC Store.